Welcome back to The Standard Show. Tonight's caller is 25, raised by her stepdad, proud of being successful, and says she wants to give back to the community. Sounds good, until you realize she doesn't believe she owes anyone connection or family. She thinks her success makes her attractive, but she's alone, disconnected, and ignoring the truth. Stick around. This one's a reality check.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Uh, Back up a little bit, you're off frame.
Oh, okay. Hold on one second. Uh, is that better?
Yeah. So what do women owe their community?
I mean,
First of all, how old are you?
I'm 25.
Okay. What state do you live in?
New York.
Okay. What do you owe your community?
When you say what do I, you mean
Hmm.
black community, or do you mean what do I owe a man?
I'm talking about the community right now.
So I think that I guess my duty to the community would be to give back in terms of like I feel like I'm a successful woman for my age. Well, I know I'm a successful woman at my age. I make good money, and live on my own, went to school and all that good stuff. So I feel like my duty to the community would be to give back in a sense. If I'm volunteering, I'm mentoring somebody who's like younger than me, to put them, or to not to put them in a position, but put them on the road to be in the position that I'm in.
Do you do that?
Yes, I do.
So you owe your community volunteerism.
Yeah, I think that's what I owe my community.
That's it.
Um, I think so. Yeah.
Hmm. So your community that you grew up in provided you nothing but volunteerism.
I mean, in a sense, yeah. I mean, it's a village, right? To raise a kid.
No. Well, no, well, if all you get is volunteerism, is that really a village?
I think so. Yeah.
Really?
Yes, I would like when you have your parents, and if I'm young and family friends volunteering to
First off, let me stop right there.
okay.
Were you raised with your mother and father?
I was raised with my stepfather, but my dad was a
Okay, but you said your family.
hmm
You don't owe a community. You don't owe your community a family.
Do I owe my
Yes. Yes.
um
Yes. Newsflash. Yes.
I don't necessarily think that I owe my community. I think that if it's it, I think
The women today don't even realize that the first thing you owe your community is the building blocks of the community. Nuclear family.
I mean
Ma'am, listen. I need you to listen. Listen. What you said you owe the community is what a man brings. Money and activity.
but I mean that's not just what men bring. That's I think
Yes, no, okay. See, the problem is that you don't know, understand the difference. Women are supposed, men have buy a home, buy a house, women make it a home. Black women have been convinced to give up the main superpower, your femininity. So now you're coming to talk about your success, and I let you talk about your success, and you framed your success in a masculine way by your education, your income, and your accomplishments.
well that's what I have in my life right now.
At 25, and that's the point.
Well, I mean, I don't think that that's necessarily a bad.
Oh, okay. So you think your community? So at 25, you think your community is better off today than it was 20 years ago?
Um, it depends on in what way. In terms,
Okay. Do you think your community today is better off than it was 60 years ago?
yes,
You think your community today is better off than it was in the 60s?
yes,
In what ways?
in the ways where I mean, just as black, we have more. And I use that term
We have
very
more what? We have more what?
for freedoms, and I use that term, but in terms of the resources that we have,
Such
you know,
as, such as.
such as technology, such as,
That has nothing to do with your community, man.
but it does.
No, it doesn't. Technology is a no. I said your community. Technology of the day the technology of the day was a library and a library card. We had technology. It was called microfiche and radio. We had technology.
Okay.
Do you live by yourself?
I do.
Do you have an alarm in your house?
I do not.
Do you have a doorman building?
No.
What kind of security do you have?
I don't have security.
Oh, okay. So there's no locks on your doors.
I mean, yeah, those. I feel like every home has a lock.
No, but they didn't used to.
Okay.
Can you walk down the street at 3 o'clock in the morning and uh, with the light and with the lights out and feel safe in a blackout?
I don't think so. No.
So you could back then.
I mean, I wouldn't. I personally wouldn't know that because I'm young.
Well, that's the point. So you can't say it's better off today because obviously you don't know what you're talking about. You're talking about from a technological standpoint, but even from a freedom standpoint, we actually had neighborhoods. What part of New York do you live in?
I don't live in the city. I'll say that. No.
What part of New York do you live in?
Long Island.
Long Island. So it's on the borough of Long Island. No, Long Island, not Staten Island, Long Island.
Yeah.
And 70 years ago, what was the black part of Long Island?
70 years ago, I can't say.
Because it wasn't.
Okay,
Yeah, but that was still Harlem.
Which is in a borough.
But before crack. See, y'all don't know what we used to have. Where'd you go to college?
SUNY Albany, upstate.
SUNY
Albany, which is
right. So this is what we've effectively done. We've made modern women today have become men. Don't even realize that the women made a neighborhood, a community, because you couldn't, your mama wasn't home, you go over to Miss Jenkins' house to get you something to eat. She got something for you. When's the last time your neighbor knocked on the door and said, what's your first name again? What's your name?
Destiny.
Destiny? Hey, Destiny, do you know all your neighbors in your building?
I don't know all of them. I know some of them.
How long you been in that building?
2 years.
2 years? How many stories?
It's like a home, so I live in an actual neighborhood, not a building.
So you don't know everybody in this home?
I know everybody in the home. I know, neighbors, two doors to the left, right.
Two doors to the left and right, but you don't know your block.
No.
Okay. See, you were down on your block back then. So when Roberta come down, hey, Destiny, come on, some flour, some sugar. Matter of fact, she would have probably just walked in your door because the screen would have been open. Okay.
I believe that.
Can you do that now? Can you go ask your neighbor for anything? 3 doors down?
So, yeah, the ones that I
No. 3 doors down? You only know them 2 doors down. 3 doors down.
I mean, if counting doors.
No, you can't because they don't know you and you don't know them. See, you don't have a community. You have an apartment.
Okay.
You basically live in a prison. See, you think you're free, young lady. You think you're free, but see, when you were free is when you could walk down the street and not have to worry about being touched, whether it was a blackout, brownout, whether you had lights or not, because they knew Destiny was so-and-so's kid. She could walk from one street to the other, go several blocks over. Kids could actually get on a bike and ride down the street, and nobody would have to touch it. They need dogs, pistols, sticks. They were safe.
Okay.
You could actually eat food, drink somebody's house. You could even spend the night at your friend's house. Did you have lots of sleepovers when you were a kid? Nope.
Friends that my parents knew.
Exactly. So,
you know what's wild? She says she's successful, raised by her stepdad, wants to give back, volunteer, help the community. Sounds noble, right? But here's the problem. She thinks that's what makes her valuable. Providing, leading, building. Those are masculine traits. She's playing a man's role and wondering why she's not being seen as feminine. Living alone, calling it independence, but really it's isolation. Success doesn't make you attractive, peace does. Men aren't drawn to resumes. They're drawn to warmth, softness, and cooperation. The moment you confuse achievement with attraction, you lose what makes you desirable. Success can buy options, but it can't buy connection. Because money might get you comfort, but it'll never get you
Uh-huh.
love.
So now the neighborhood, what I just described sounds like a neighborhood in a community
Okay.
where kids is outside playing. When Destiny get outside and go play, and you had to go outside and play with the kids who came in from the summer visiting their cousins, such and so forth, and you played with the neighborhood kids. Did you play with the neighborhood kids in your neighborhood?
When I was younger.
What age did that stop?
Probably playing like high school,
High
probably.
school. You stopped playing in high school. Okay.
Yeah.
Are you still friends with people you grew up with?
Some yes.
Okay. So, uh, 60 plus years ago, we had neighborhoods, we had communities.
Okay.
You don't have that now. You got an apartment. And effectively, if I just put a glass dome, two doors down, two houses this way, two houses that way, and you didn't know, you'd be in prison because you don't use anything past that. And you call that freedom. Ain't that a bitch?
I mean, I feel like we took a turn.
No, we didn't take a turn. I just, no, it's called checking. You don't understand that you don't have a community. That's why you don't feel like you owe anything because you're not attached to anything but you. It's what you want.
No, I don't think I'm me. I'm
Who do
attached.
you volunteer for in this? Who do you volunteer for in your neighborhood? Since you don't know nobody two doors this way and two doors that way, who do you volunteer for?
I usually do a lot of volunteer through my job, and it's
So that, but your job ain't your community.
well, they are a pathway to my. I've
No,
done
no, no. Your job is it volunteer? Is it required or is it voluntary?
okay. I
Is it required or is it voluntary?
is a job required for voluntary?
No, no. The work you do, the volunteer work you do. You say you do it through your job, right?
Yeah, most of
Is
the
it
time
required that you do it or is it voluntary?
it's voluntary. You're not.
Okay. See, I thought you actually meant that you, on your own compunction, went out and did this out of the goodness of your heart.
But
Not just, no, there's a difference. I'm not discounting what you're doing. I'm
okay.
just saying it's different. See, when Coach Johnson used to teach the Little League, he was actually the head football coach, but then he taught the Little League because he cared about the boys in the neighborhood. He didn't get paid to do that, and his job didn't set it up. He did that in addition to.
Okay.
So you get credit for volunteering through your company. They know about it though, right?
I mean, so, yeah.
So there's a professional benefit to doing that. See,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So what I'm just saying that it's not as selfless as it used to be.
Not as selfish just because it's.
I said it's not as selfless as the other situation.
I was saying like, how is it less selfless? Because
How is it less selfless? How is it less selfless? Because you don't know anybody in your community. You're volunteering through your job, and your job has these programs set up, and they basically you're going to work doing volunteer work. You're not doing something to help the neighborhood, your community you grew up in, something you chose to do with your own skills.
but
Your,
I do
that's
that.
how.
I do that too. As I don't think, but I don't
You do what? You do what too?
volunteer within my and mentor people.
Where?
Just people that friends. My
Why are
mom.
you breaking up?
Oh, can you hear me now? Is that better?
How can you volunteer in a community where you only know people two doors this way and two doors that way?
But I'm talking about the Black community as a whole, like not necessarily like I mean where I'm living now, not where I grew up. So technically, it's just my current residence.
So where do you volunteer?
I volunteer throughout like the community that I grew up in, whether that's helping.
How many times? How often a year?
I would say I don't know if I can probably count. Probably I can. I'll be honest about that.
How many?
Maybe like 4 to 5.
4 to 5 times a year.
Yes. What I mean.
See what I mean, people? We
But
spent all this. We spent all this time, and you don't even realize that, dear heart, 4 to 5 times ain't nothing for a community. That's a weekend. That's a month's worth of activities. The way it used to be, what it's supposed to be.
okay, but I mean, I feel like it still counts, and it's still an effort. If you take time out of whatever you have going on and you use that time to help someone else or make
Average at best, mediocre.
I mean, but what is okay? So when you say mediocre,
Listen. Don't get defensive.
I'm not. I just want.
Listen. 4 to 5 times may be a lot compared to what the rest of your generation is doing. But it ain't nothing compared to what a community is supposed to be.
Okay.
But see, at 25 years old, 50 years ago, you'd have been married already, probably have a kid. And you would,
Probably. I believe that.
yeah, and you would have actually been rooted and connected to your community. Your community, the community you live in, are all the people in your neighborhood black?
It's a very mixed community. No, so it's not.
Okay, so due respect, you don't even live in your community. It's not an insult. It's just a statement of fact.
Okay.
We used to live in our communities.
Okay. Yep.
So when I'm talking about the work, what you think is what you're talking about, I'm volunteering, I'm doing all this, and people who know where I'm going, read the comments and you'll see the disconnect between your 25-year-old understanding of what do I owe? I don't really owe anything. I do stuff. Well, yeah, you owe quite a bit.
But I didn't say that I didn't owe anything. You
Well,
said
the thing is, we owe more than volunteerism.
okay.
And the fact of the matter is, you are a single black woman living in a mixed neighborhood,
Okay.
unmarried, no children.
Yeah,
Are you in a serious relationship of any kind?
I was
How long ago did it end?
a few months.
A few months. Do you want to be married ever?
I do.
Do you want children?
I do.
How many children would you like to have?
Ideally, two.
About what age would you like to get married?
My goal was 28, but I don't.
28. 28. So if you want to get married by 28, by what age would you like to have your last child?
Last child probably 34.
Do you want to have to work to pay significant bills after you're pregnant with your first child?
No.
Okay. How much is a man going to have to make to take care of a family of 4 in Long Island, to where his wife does not have to work?
In Long Island, and like living comfortably in class, I'd say at least 275 to 300.
Did your last boyfriend make $300,000 a year?
No,
Have you ever dated a man that make $300,000 a year?
not yet.
Not yet. This is going to get tough, okay? How tall are you?
5 feet.
Dress size?
Probably like a 6 or 8.
How much did you weigh last time you weighed yourself?
160.
So
I'm
you
thick.
never dated a man who makes that kind of money. So you expect to find a man as you get older who earns more money. I got to ask you, man, what do you bring to the table that a man making $300,000 a year should pick you?
Well, I'm support. I'm self-sufficient. I can be submissive if I'm with somebody who knows how to lead. Um, I I can cook. I can do all of the traditional things, and I'm passionate and loving individual.
You're self-sufficient.
Hmm.
You're talking about a man who's making $300,000. He don't care if you're self-sufficient or not. He's the one that has to be sufficient.
I mean
Listen. You said I can be submissive.
hmm
That's bullshit.
that is not, because I was kind of submissive in my last relationship.
I bet you believe it was, but you also thought you volunteered too. And I showed you that what you call volunteering ain't much.
Okay.
What percentage of men earn $300,000 or more?
Less than 4.
Uh-huh. And what age do men hit the financial stride?
If I had to guess, I'd probably say like late 30s or early 40s.
45 to 55. Are you prepared to date a man that's 40 plus years old?
No, I'm not.
So you expect a young man under 40 to make $300,000 a year. I want you to understand this.
Hmm.
What makes you that special to where you get a man who is an exceptionally high earner at a very young age? Why would he pick you? Why should he pick you?
Because I kind of listed like all of the qualities that I believe that I bring to this.
Man, what you mentioned,
Hmm.
due respect, men who enter this country illegally and stand out front of Home Depot and sell cans get the very same things from their wives.
Okay, but I don't think necessarily that I need someone that's at that level right now. I don't think there's anything.
Well, I asked you if you wanted to work to pay significant bills after you're pregnant with the first child. You
I don't,
said no. So listen, if you want to get married by 28 and have your last child by 34, from the moment you get married and get pregnant, you want the man to be able to pay. That's 300,000. So that's within the next 5 years. The math can't be overcome. And
okay,
I'm going to say, ma'am, could you live with a man, deal with a man who's earning what the average black man earns in this country?
yes, because I've done.
No, no. Could you marry him and be happy with him for a lifetime?
Yes.
You could be happy with a black man making $40,500 for the rest of his life. That's $20 an hour.
Wait, you said 40,000,
40,500. That's $20 an hour. That's what the average black man makes in this country. Yes.
Could I be happy with? Would I?
Mhm.
Would I be happy with it?
I'm not playing semantics. I asked you, could you be happy with it?
I think it's possible.
No,
I,
I'm asking you, could you? I know it could be possible.
yeah, I think it's possible if all the other qualities are there.
Okay. $20 an hour.
It's possible if
That
all.
means you're going to have to work when you're pregnant.
I mean, it's not. And it's all.
That means you're going to have to work when you're pregnant. You're going to have to work until retirement age. That means your kids are going to go to public school. That means unless you, I mean, I didn't ask you, but do you plan on making in excess of six figures?
Yeah. Yes.
Uh-huh. So, and then who's going to manage the money? Would it be you or him? Because you'll be making more than he is.
Well, I feel like when you get married to someone, partnership, right? So
So that's the theory.
it's not one or the other. So you both manage the money.
No, somebody has to manage it. But at the end of the day, um, I don't understand why you young ladies expect to be stay-at-home wives when you're just average. Do you think? I mean, is that an insult? Calling you saying that you're average?
I feel like to each their own. So
But ma'am, but you laugh when I said when you're average. Is
yeah, 'cause
that
I don't think I'm average.
what makes you above average?
The things that I bring to the, I think I'm an attractive woman.
Okay,
That
where would you rank yourself on a scale from 0 to 10? Just your face, you can't use 7.
can't use 7, right?
Mm-mm.
I heard the Kelly Rowland. I would say if I have to place myself against Kelly Rowland and Beyonce, and you know what? No, I could rate myself at 8 because I think
But you think you rank up there with Beyonce?
yes, we are both beautiful.
Mm.
Yes.
Okay. I would give you, arguably, I give you a 5, maybe a 6 on a good day.
Okay.
I give you cute. But ma'am, this is not insulting. Okay.
I'm not.
But see, the thing is, this is what the sad part is. So many young women, you overinflate your price. A man who's making $300,000, that's what you want, and you don't think you're average, and you're average because that's what you've attracted in your past. You've had average men,
So what? I mean, but I'm only 25.
but you're an average 25-year-old. You're 5 feet tall, 160 pounds, and you're average looking.
I don't think I'm average looking. I think you think I'm average looking.
Okay, I really don't want to do this with you, but as one person who's the professional image consultant and the person who's not, you're average looking. That's not insulting. There's nothing about you that says, look, there's no way that you be walking down the street in Hollywood or New York City and someone would say, we need to bring her in to model for Ford. We need to get her on the cover of this. She needs to be on the cover. When you talk about pretty, beautiful, or gorgeous, these women are model beautiful, universally. And today, saying a woman is average is an insult. Saying being with an average, you want to say, well, like,
Well,
I mean,
I don't think it's an insult. I think it's
it's not even perception, man. It's like, okay, and I'm trying to be as political about this as possible because you're young, but have you modeled?
no, I don't have a model.
Okay. So if you put yourself arguably next to Beyonce, if I put your picture and made it pop up on everybody's phone at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning and said, do these two women match? Are these two things equal? You think the world would say, yes, this person and this person. Yep, they're in the same category.
Just on looks.
Just on your face.
I mean, I think it depends.
I said worldwide.
It depends on who.
Yes, no, ma'am. That's a yes or no. What do you think the worldwide average would be?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Beyonce's beautiful, and I'm beautiful, so I don't think that I'm not offended that it's
I don't. I mean, I'm not. It's not a matter of being offended. You're delusional.
I don't think I'm delusional.
Okay. Well, see, I'm trying to be nice, but I think we should leave this because I'm going to start asking you questions that are going to be uncomfortable. Where have you gotten 8, 9, or 10 outcomes in your life? Where have men who have been rich, wealthy, or powerful who have openly tried to get you to be their primary girlfriend?
I haven't yet, but
Exactly, because you're not that quality. You're not on that level.
no, I don't. I think that's what it is. I feel like, and I've watched like, lives.
No, ma'am. It's you exist. No, listen. You go out of your home. The world sees you. Guys, I'm really doing my best, but this is the length of denial with the average woman today. You're seriously rating yourself on the level. You're saying that if tomorrow morning, here's 2 phones, and everybody popped up and said, here's Beyonce, and here's Destiny.
Mm-hmm.
Which woman would you rank? Are these women equal in looks? And you're saying that the majority of the world would say yes.
Mm-hmm. I think it depends on who's looking at it. Some people will say yes, and some people will say no. But that's with anything.
Mm-hmm. No, it's not. This is why how we've gotten here is this is when I ask what do you owe the community. This is the mindset that you're all special. You're all beautiful. That if I stood you next to Beyonce, no one would say you're in Destiny's Child. They would say you're a fan. They'd be in the beehive. You'd be on the first row screaming, saying, I'm a survivor, but you would not be on the picture of the marquee. That is not you. And I'm trying to give you the benefit of the doubt that you're average and you're cute, but you are not on that level. You have not had these outcomes. You can shake your head and give me all the diva girl confidence you want to. You have not had these outcomes in your life.
But I mean, to date, no. You can't. I'm 25.
Oh Jesus. Okay.
I'm young.
You're right, ma'am. You're right. You're young and you're only going down.
No, I no. I just think that like you.
You're right. You're right. It doesn't matter.
They fold.
You're right. You're right. You're
Okay.
right, man.
All right.
You're right. And I'm trying to help you. Really, I'm really trying to help you. But
Okay.
you're digging a deeper hole. So it would be wise to just stop. Okay.
Okay.
It would just be wise to just stop. Confidence is good, fine, but delusion is not.
I don't think. I think that's not delusion.
Denial, whatever you want to call it. Okay, so let's just go there. Then why do you think that? You and Beyonce and you're right up there with all the classic eights, Pam Grier, down from Good Times. Why do you think you're up there with them?
They're successful women that are confident in themselves and have accomplished. I'm a successful woman that's accomplished.
That has shit to do with looks.
And that's a
Ma'am, that has nothing to do with looks. It
Hey,
has no, ma'am. I said 8. It has everything to see. This is the problem.
No, you
Listen, ma'am. I'll let you speak, but I will let black women believe their socioeconomic status increases their sexual marketplace value. You are what you attract. Your sexual marketplace value is based upon your looks and your figure. Now, arguably, you're short and you not as thin as you could be.
I'm thick. It's in the, but it's in.
Oh shit.
It's true.
Man, you're 5 feet and 160 pounds. You weigh more than a man.
It's proportioned nicely.
It's not proportioned nice. It's proportioned like a man.
It's not.
Man, oh shit. Whoever your parents are, man, Mr. and Mrs. I tried, but your daughter needs a reality check. Young lady,
Okay.
you're 5 feet tall and 160 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
That makes you around a dress size 8'10".
Mm-hmm.
You should be a dress size 4. At 5 feet tall, you should really be around 110 pounds.
Okay.
You're 50 pounds. You're 50% over your target weight. Let's just look at the BMI, shall we? Let's look at no. Go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and do the BMI calculator.
Statistics are you not skewed?
No, go ahead. Don't tell me what's wrong with the statistics. Tell me why it's where it should be. The BMI is everything for everybody. Your BMI is 31.2.
Mm-hmm.
That is classified. Underweight is underweight, normal weight, overweight is 25 to 39 to 25 to 29.99, and obesity is the BMI of 30% or larger. Your BMI is 31.2. You are obese.
Okay. By the statistics.
By the reality.
Yes, and it's
by the reality. Okay, so an obese, 5 foot tall woman who's average looking, saying that because I is successful, and I'm assuming you're talking about in your career.
Yeah.
What do you do?
I'm internal audit.
Okay, good job. You probably do. You might do it very well. Are you earning more than 50,000?
Yes.
More than 75?
Yes.
Less than 100?
Yes.
All right, so that puts you in the top 9%. That's great for a young woman. But do men pick women based upon their income?
I don't think just based on income, no.
Men don't pick women based on income. Men pick women based upon their sexual marketplace value. Your looks, your physique. Then after that, whatever they determine, if not, why do women who make more than you can't seem to get a man who's a higher value? Why do men who are truly high value tend to go for women who are not PhDs and not high earners? Because attraction is not symmetrical. It's different. What women value and what men value are two different things. You keep saying that you give yourself a ranking based upon your income, and that's not what we value.
But it wasn't just based on income.
It's only based upon what's on the scale and what's in the mirror.
Okay.
And that's what the world would see at a glance. And the fact that you're pushing back and denying this is making me step up and say, now look, you can be as confident as you want, but when you start getting into denial, I'm going to tell you as the image consultant, this is crazy. Because if you went into a modeling call, let's say you took your confident self into an open casting call. And for people who think I'm tough, if you've ever seen an open casting call, they would tell you strip down to your underwear, and they will go put a marker. Have you ever had anybody draw on you and tell you your problem areas? No. That's what I'm saying. So you ladies are overranking yourselves.
But I feel like when you say that we overrank ourselves, you compare it to the problematic that exists that women.
The problematic what?
The problematic standard that exists that women have fought to.
That's bullshit. Knock off a European. I'm comparing you to black women. I'm comparing you to black women. I'm comparing you to black women. No. I'm comparing you to black women.
And you have black women that are.
I'm comparing you to black. Okay.
I'm I'm just saying, like, I'm trying to have, a open debate, but I feel like when
There's
you,
no debate about it.
but
There's this whole European beauty standard. I'm comparing you to black women. What's the problematic standard? You said out of your mouth, regardless as to what the standard is, you said out of your mouth, I feel like I'm on the same level as Beyonce.
yeah,
You can feel that, but it's not true.
not in every aspect, but yes.
Okay.
And
I'll
I,
tell you what. I'll tell you what. You want to challenge? You want to put that to the challenge? I'll take a screenshot of this right here, and I'm going to put it on my Instagram story and let people vote. I'm going to put Beyonce's picture and your picture and say, are these two people the same? If you want, I mean, you want to see what the market says.
but you can't. No two people are the same. Like,
Yeah. And the fact that this is one of the things, and I think it's interesting. This whole the back right here, man. This is why so many of our women are unfit for relationship. You argue facts, data, and statistics. You argue observable reality. The inability to just let stuff go and even just accept the reality. It's like, no, in your mind, what you said is, hey, I want to be married by this time. I want to have my last kid by this time. And if I have my choice, I wouldn't want to have to work to pay significant bills. So I need a man making $300,000 a year. The chance of you getting a man, you would like a man making 300, but the likelihood of that is negligible because they want something. Excuse me?
not that I'm gonna let you go ahead. Go ahead.
Because the men who make that kind of money want something, and they have most women want them, and you're competing with the women around him, and they're not typically women who are your height, your weight, and your S&D.
Okay.
That's the net of it. Everything else you bring to the table is nothing. It's not bad, but it's not exceptional. So if you can get the things you bring to the table in a better package for his S&B, that's what he's going to get.
Okay.
So if you got married, you're saying you would be happy and you would cooperate and work with a man who's making average money, a plumber or something like that, electrician.
If that's who I fall in love with, then yeah.
It's not about love, man. Love comes later. It's about duty and respect. You don't have love to sustain a 30, 40, 50-year marriage. It's a choice.
And I also think
It's a choice.
the earning potential comes into play, because if you're saying men don't reach their full earning.
Excuse me. The earning potential.
Yeah, you said earlier that men don't. I guess from
Yeah. See, what you're basically saying is he may be here now, but he could increase in the end.
yeah.
That's not what I said. I said he was going to make it for a lifetime. I counted that. I counted for that already. There's no increase. He is at the average. He's doing what he is not a bum. He's doing average work like any other tax-paying solid citizen. Not, I'll take him today as long as he's ambitious and he's assertive and willing to do something else. See, gentlemen, this is what I say. You better question these women, because at the end of the day, being average is not what they want, because they don't think they're average. Average women don't think they're average. That's what this segment is going to show. She's average. She doesn't think she's average. Therefore, your average status, even at the beginning, will be a placeholder. She's going to expect you to do better because in her mind, she's up here. But you know what? Lizzo says the same stuff. Let her tell her she's a bad bitch. But let her.
She's bigger, but she's beautiful.
And then when she went to shoot her shot at Chris Evans, she got shot down. She's not. That body is not beautiful, and that's part of our problem. We have told women like that they're beautiful, and they've made it to where I look at young women like you, and you're distorted. You look at that and say beautiful, and I look at men who see Lizzo naked and they're disgusted.
But there's also men that look at her and think she's.
You're right. You're right.
But
This is what I mean.
True.
Black men.
Run, bitch! Run!
Oh my gosh.
This is why I say, when I ask the question, what do women owe their community? They owe you nothing. No, I'm talking to them. They don't owe you anything because you can't even deal with reality. You're saying Lizzo is beautiful. To whom?
To men that are into bigger women. Like they exist. I feel like when you say those things, you
Yeah, they exist. I know those men typically high value, extremely successful men.
I can't say. I don't. I
That's
don't.
bullshit. You can't say. Yes, you can. They're not.
I
They're
don't.
not. And
I,
why is it that, and there's this body positivity stuff, why is it that people like Lizzo, as big as she is, she still wants the hot, in shape guy? She doesn't want a guy that, why isn't Lizzo going after men that look like Lizzo?
you have to ask her that. I don't know.
Yeah, because this is the delusion. To where, remember, guys, when I said it's always this subjective variable, there's always these special snowflakes. You may
Wait.
not like my method, but it is rooted in facts, data, statistic, and the science of this, our culture. This is warped.
So are you saying that she because she is whatever, I don't know what size Lizzo is, but because she is
What's
I guess
don't they? What's how much does because Lizzo is what?
but because she's saying that because she's that size that she should not go after men she finds attractive. I think that's
Lizzo is 308 pounds.
okay. So she said, but because she's 308 pounds, and I'm not
What
trying
is
to.
your question? What is your question about what she should do?
No, I'm saying because that weight, just because she's that weight, she should not go after that are standard of attractive men. So like fit men. Because
And she can go after whatever she wants to, but she's not entitled to any of them. That's why she keeps getting shot down by all of them.
but I don't.
Excuse me.
But how can you say?
Excuse me.
No, I'm good.
Excuse me. She's 308 pounds, and every man she's wanted and shot at has turned her down publicly. You can do whatever you want as a woman. You can think what you want to as yourself. You're entitled to believe what you want, but you're not entitled to those outcomes. You're going to get the reality. And we don't show me the male equivalent of Lizzo, a man who's below average in earnings, expecting a bona fide bad bitch.
But that's not equal because
Yes,
Lizzo.
it is. It's the same. No, no, no. That is the same scenario because relational attraction is not symmetrical. You're still thinking like this is crazy. You're still thinking that men and women find the same things attractive. The equivalent of Lizzo is a broke man, a short broke man going after Rihanna or something. He wouldn't even do it because, and if he did shoot a shot, he wouldn't get on social media talking about you need to accept short broke men and stop shaming broke men. And you're saying that somebody finds her beautiful and this and that. Okay, sure, if that's what makes you women sleep better at night, that somebody somewhere in the Himalayas is going to find it. But the average rank and file man that she wants, that has options, does not want a woman like her. That's why she doesn't have one.
I can't speak to her life on that level. I think
Yeah, of course, we can't ever speak to the obvious
no, no,
because, but the reality and how we got here is the notion of you're at 8 and you would like a man making 300,000, and it's just. I wish you the best, young
they,
lady. I really do.
a couple years whenever I'm married, I'm follow up with you.
No, but he won't be making $300,000 a year.
He may be, he may not be.
Right. This is what, and see, and I want you folks to understand, the people who think this is rude, she would rather waste her time believing on the star that she can get that dude, other than dealing with the fact that, man, you're average.
Listen,
You're average looking woman and you're above average weight. And
okay.
that's not an insult. That is a statement of observable fact.
I'm not insulted by anything that
Well, I'm saying that for the audience. I'm just saying you're
okay.
not, and people may say, well, she's cute. I say you're a 5 or 6 on a good day. That's why I said, they'll give you a 5 or 6 on a good day. That's average to cute. That's average to cute. Not adjustable 6, damn sure not 8, 9, or 10. Over here are women who get snapped up like this. These are women who are universally beautiful. There's no real question about these women. And in your life, you would have had these outcomes. If you were an 8, 9, or 10, prom queen, this, that, model, such and so forth, these things would have followed you. So saying, just like Lizzo, she can say what she wants to, but the world reflects what it is, and you attract what you are. And if you're not dating men, if you're not attracting men for marriage or serious commitment relationships that are on that level, that go after 8s, 9s, and 10s, that means they're not attracted to you.
Okay.
So why is this important? Because in order to get the things you say you really want long term, you're going to have to lower your standard.
We'll see. See.
Jesus H. Christ.
Amen.
Yeah, and this is why I have no problem telling these women they're going to die alone.
I,
I got no problem telling them they're going to die alone. I got no problem telling them they're going to die alone. I got no problem telling them they're going to die alone.